Victoria Crawford's voice cracked like a whip across the glass-walled boardroom. "What is that child doing here, Kesha? This is an office, not a daycare." 20 suits froze. Kesha Rodriguez, project lead and single mom, drew her son Jordan closer. The 6-year-old's breathing rattled from a dawn asthma attack, his skin ghost pale. "I'm sorry, Ms. Crawford. The babysitter bailed. Today's the Miller pitch. I've shepherded it for 3 months, and missing it wasn't an option." Her tone stayed calm, but judgmental eyes bored holes in her resolve. Victoria's stilettos clicked forward. At 42, the executive director of Morrison & Associates wielded inherited power like a trophy saber. Company policy allows 0 distractions. You're terminated, effective immediately. She pivoted to the staff. "Let this go viral as a masterclass in professionalism." Gasps ricocheted. Kesha, 29, had sacrificed holidays, birthdays, and sleep to elevate profits 40%. Her ebony brilliance had to shine twice as bright to be acknowledged. Half as often. Now 30 seconds erased 6 years. Jordan's dry cough echoed. Kesha fished out his inhaler, anger steadying her hands. 3 hours earlier she'd watched hospital monitors flash warnings. Bringing him was survival, not sabotage. She whispered, "Slow breaths, champ." He obeyed, eyes glossy. Victoria spread her arms theatrically. "See? Divided priorities. This is why high-stakes firms shy from single mothers." Robert, whose multi-million snafu Kesha had quietly fixed, studied the carpet. Jennifer coughed. Marcus thumbed his phone. Silence screamed complicity. "Security will escort you," Victoria smirked. "Return your badge and the company Mercedes keys." Kesha packed her laptop, awards, and one framed photo proof of the life she fought for. While slipping out, she noticed Victoria stealth filming, clearly hunting LinkedIn clout. That detail sparked a strategic blaze. Jordan tugged her sleeve. "Mommy, why is she mean?" "Some people confuse cruelty with power," Kesha answered loudly. "But power can shift." Eyes widened, back straightened. She strode to the elevator, dignity in full bloom, whispering, "Watch, baby. Never underestimate a brilliant black woman." 2 hours later, Kesha's fury hardened into focus. Victoria had posted the firing video online, captioned, "Tough choices define elite leadership." Hashtag uncompromising, hashtag viral standards. Double quotes. 400 likes applauded the humiliation. Kesha cataloged every sycophantic comment, names, titles, companies, fuel. For future leverage. Jordan lay on the couch clutching a wheel-less toy car she'd salvaged from the trash. "Mommy, why are you crying?" "I'm not crying," she corrected gently. "I'm planning." She opened her battered laptop and birthed the folder. Project Victoria, social feeds, property records, corporate clippings. She vacuumed data. Discoveries exploded. Victoria never earned her throne. Daddy purchased it. Her Instagram flaunted champagne trips and mocking memes targeting lazy people. Meanwhile, Kesha's phone buzzed an email. Jordan's insurance canceled retroactively. His life-saving inhaler now cost $230. Her account balance, $340. Rent, $800. Due next week. Desperation tried to sneak in. But a teenage memory resurfaced. Her mother sorting eviction notices. "Rich people leave footprints," she'd said. "Track them, and you'll outrun them." Strategy trumped panic. The phone rang. Jennifer whispered, "Some of us want to complain to HR, but we're scared." "Don't risk yourselves yet," Kesha replied. "By the way, do you still access the shared drive?" "Yes." "Perfect." A new arsenal unlocked. Night fell. Jordan finally slept, respirator humming. Kesha mined the server until 3 a.m. Patterns gleamed. 17 firings in 2 years, 15 women, 12 minorities, pretext, cultural misfit. She found a buried lawsuit Victoria settled with hush money. Evidence snowballed. She dialed. Marcus Williams, ex-classmate, turned corporate investigator who owed her. Dig into Victoria. Everything digital, financial, personal. At 3 a.m., he groaned. At 3 a.m., she affirmed. When I'm done, LinkedIn's queen will be trending for all the wrong reasons. Marcus chuckled. Send the files. By sunrise, I'll have fireworks. Kesha hung up, heartbeat steady, purpose blazing. Victoria had misread her prey. Privilege breeds blind spots. Intelligence weaponizes them. In a dim kitchen lit by spreadsheet glow, Kesha crafted a blueprint not for revenge, but for viral justice. Morning. Light found her scouring public records, forged travel reimbursements, duplicate vendor invoices, phantom seminars paid from the training budget. Numbers didn't lie, they shouted. Each file she flagged felt like oxygen flooding her lungs. Proof that power can be audited and accountability always arrives eventually. A week later, 3 interviews vanished hours before start time, all canceled with the same excuse: budget freeze. The pattern screamed sabotage. That afternoon, an HR director pulled her aside. Off record, Ms. Rodriguez, a senior executive warned, you're unreliable. I can't ignore it. Kesha transcribed the exchange and filed it in Project Victoria. That night Marcus called, voice buzzing. Victoria keeps a digital trophy cabinet, photos of fired staff, crude notes about weight and race. She thinks her cloud is private. It isn't. Back it up, Kesha ordered. Every screenshot is a nail in her corporate coffin. There's also a shadow WhatsApp group, executives trading blacklists of problem employees. Victoria runs it. Kesha smiled. Perfect. We have the smoking gun. She gazed at the moonlit skyline. It had always felt like a wall. Tonight it looked like a chessboard. Before dawn she drafted her manifesto. Goal: expose discrimination and safeguard every future Jordan. Tactics: evidence, media, legal alliances. At the bottom she wrote one hashtag in bold. Hashtag #SmartJustice.mission. Phase 1 was locked in. The viral storm was loading. Marcus delivered the next spark. Victoria just fired board member Senator Walsh's daughter, Jennifer, and predictably posted the video. Kesha's grin was electric. A privileged predator had finally misjudged pedigree politics. Jennifer Walsh, 35, met Kesha in a discreet cafe that afternoon. Blonde, poised, incandescent with rage, she confessed, my father's gubernatorial campaign is built on family values. Victoria's stunt gives us viral ammo if we prove a pattern. Kesha flipped open her laptop. Evidence cascaded across the screen. Discriminatory terminations, blacklists, stolen training funds, voyeuristic photos. Jennifer's jaw clenched. She's finished, she whispered, texting media contacts before the cappuccino cooled. Within 48 hours, America exposed a primetime juggernaut led with power, prejudice, and one mother's fight for justice. The broadcast opened with Victoria firing a black mother cradling her sick son. Then it unleashed the trophies. Racist captions, gossip audio, embezzlement spreadsheets. Graphics mapped a cartel of 5 elite firms. The segment ended on Keisha's resolute face and the hashtag #SmartJustice flashing across millions of screens. Corporate Twitter erupted. LinkedIn feeds melted. Shareholders panicked. By dawn, 15 ex-employees filed synchronized lawsuits. Morrison and Associates board called an emergency meeting. Live-streamed footage captured Victoria marched out by security. Poetic. Brutal symmetry. KESHA watched while spooning medicine into Jordan's mouth. See champ, bullies implode when truth goes viral. Next morning, Morrison's interim director phoned. Ms. Rodriguez, we humbly invite you back. Senior manager title, compensation, public apology. Kesha's laugh was gentle but impenetrable. Integrity never goes on clearance. I have alternatives. 3 rival consultancies had already pitched sweeter offers. Federal investigators swarmed Morrison's accounts. Luxury sponsors fled. Clients canceled multi-million contracts. Within 3 months, the firm declared bankruptcy, an implosion visible from Kesha's new corner office as CEO of Davies & Partners on the 23rd floor. She stood by the window, Jordan doodling superheroes on premium paper. His inhaler was now covered by gold-tier insurance. In his drawings, the hero carried a briefcase, not a sword. "Mom, is that you? It's us. Brains are our superpower." Calls poured in, keynotes, diversity panels, think tanks. Yet one voicemail hit hardest, Deanna Santos reporting a supermarket sighting. Victoria applied for a minimum wage admin job. "She couldn't meet my eyes." Kesha felt no glee, only closure. Cruelty had boomeranged. Weeks later, Senator Walsh invited Kesha to Washington. Lawmakers, energized by public outrage, drafted the Corporate Discrimination Protection Act. Staffers nicknamed it the Kesha Rodriguez Bill. Cameras flashed as she testified. "Talent isn't a liability, prejudice is. Weaponizing bias isn't leadership, it's decay." Her statement trended for 48 hours straight. Back home, Davies & Partners posted record profits, fueled by ex-Morrison clients who preferred innovation over scandal. Kesha introduced transparent promotions, childcare stipends, ethics audits policies rivals, soon copied to avoid becoming the next cautionary headline. 1 year after the boardroom ambush, Kesha strode onto the National Women's Leadership Summit stage, facing 2,000 executives. Victoria had once lectured there. Now she watched from a tiny apartment, her muted socials echoing past arrogance. When people weaponize power, Kesha said, don't mirror their cruelty, magnify their weakness. Use facts, alliances, unstoppable resolve. Jordan joined her on stage holding a mini briefcase. The crowd erupted. Hashtag Smart Justice resurged worldwide. Impact eclipsed applause. Reports showed whistleblower filings up 70%, fresh data. Budgets activated. 4 CEOs resigning after internal probes, all traced to the cultural quake Victoria triggered. That night, Kesha tucked Jordan into a true bed, not a couch. "Mommy, are you still mad at Miss Crawford?" "No, son. You can't hate someone who taught the world a lesson." "What lesson?" "That empires built on pain always crumble, while intelligence, courage, and community rebuild stronger." Her phone pinged. Marcus reporting 3 more execs from the WhatsApp ring, fired. She texted back one word, progress. She sipped tea as city lights shimmered. The boardroom, once a battlefield, now felt like conquered territory. The real victory wasn't Victoria's downfall. It was turning humiliation into a blueprint for systemic change. Dawn painted the skyline rose gold. A notification popped. The Senate passed the bill unanimously. Presidential signature pending. Commentators called it epic. Making KESHAX held burden-free. The dominoes had indeed fallen, but the masterpiece was the new architecture rising. From the wreckage, her mother's wisdom echoed. Rich people leave footprints. Kesha tracked them, turned them into evidence, then elevation. She messaged her Project Justice group. Mission complete for now. Next mission, mentor the next wave. Together, we'll ensure no parent must choose between ambition, dignity, and their child.